So, Tina Boyle Whyte here today. We have talked about discovering your greater self, stop talking and start living. Now it's time to take your life back. Have you been in situations where you have not felt like you had your own life? Have you been in situations, in relationships, in family situations where maybe you're the middle child? Perhaps you might be the oldest child or the youngest child. Have you been in workplace situations where you feel like, I just don't have myself? Have you been around people who just didn't seem to have control of their own life? Well, today I want to encourage you in this video to take back your own life. And so when you think about how is it that I may not have control of my life, there's many ways that you may not have control of your life. One for sure, again, I talked about relationships. You might just be with someone who you may not have the freedom or the flexibility to be who you are designed to be. The second thing is you may have fear. Fear may be looming over your head, and you may be afraid to step and take the next action or the next step. And possibly you could find yourself living either in the past. So those are all things that could help you be stuck or cause you to be stuck in not taking your life back. Your past experiences, past beliefs, past thoughts about who you are. Living in the past about who it is, who am I? People may have told you things about yourself that you really haven't discovered your greatest self to say, no, that's not me. I am bigger than that. I am better than that. That's not who I am. The past experiences, you might have made many mistakes. And you know what? Mistakes are awesome. You may have failed. You may not have completed some things, but that's still okay. You know, we have time. While you have time yet ahead, it's okay to not be stuck living in the past. You know, the past is just something that you chalk up to have as a tool to help you move forward. It is a tool to, usually it's like you fall. You know, many people are afraid of falling. Fall forward. We don't fall backwards, fall forward. And so, you know, shame tends to cover our head and have us guilty and in a dark place. But no, your past is your past. It was yesterday. You know, literally, if you was to really drive the way you lived, like we often live sometimes, if we drove the way we lived in the past, we would have all kinds of accidents. Living in the past is like driving forward in your car, but constantly looking in the rearview mirror. Have you found yourself in that place where you're just in a state where you're always thinking about what you did in the past, what mistakes you made, how you treated somebody? Well, you know what? If you're in the past, I would challenge you to clean up that past. You know, ask for forgiveness, walk in love, and be someone who is living in the present. Well, when we say living in the present, how do I live in the present? Well, living in the present consistently is showing up, you know, showing up, being present in your relationships. Are you there? Are you mentally there? Are you there with the person? Or are you always thinking about the past? Or even in the future? Being present is being here and now, enjoying the moment, enjoying now, savoring, like savoring your food, or enjoying things about yourself, or learning and liking and loving who you are. That's really being in the present, really discovering the things about yourself that you just really appreciate. That's a part of taking back your life, you know, shifting from that past and moving to the present. When we think about after we you know, move from the past and really live in the present, well, now you have room to start thinking and shaping and crafting and transforming your life for the future. So the past is just a learning tool. The present is you enjoying now. The future, or the future from the present, is an opportunity, a springboard for you to launch into who you're going to potentially be. And I'm here to help you as a coach, as a trainer, as a teacher, to help you move from A to Z, to move from where you are to where you want and need to be. And so when we look at discovering your greatest self, taking back your life is very important, because if you don't take your life back, you will find yourself driving in autopilot. Have you ever found yourself driving along the highway and you ended up somewhere, or you missed your exit and you didn't know how? Well, you know what? That's not living in the present. You're putting yourself in a mindless state. You're putting yourself on autopilot. And many of us drive around in a mindless state where we let life happen to us instead of taking life by the bullhorn. And so I encourage you today to take back your life, take your life by the bullhorn, and you determine what life is going to be. No one else determines what life is going to be. So what do? We learn from our past, we live currently in the present, and we vision and intentionally plan for the future, so that we can be our greatest self, so that we can live the life that we've always wanted, so that we can live in a place where we have our own life. I encourage you to click the button below to learn more about how you can take back your life, how you can live in that new place. If you've been wondering and journeying and really tasting how you can get to that next level and you don't know how, click the button below, and I will be sending you some information on how to move from that A to Z step. Moving from A to Z, click the button below, send me your information, and I will send something to you to get you from A to Z. I look forward to seeing you, but don't forget to click that button. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you.